So, Ben, after a school year of canvassing, what does it mean to you personally?
Canvassing, specifically in the context and environment of school can oftentimes be very overwhelming. Especially my second semester here is a lot different. Had a lot more classwork, and I must admit it got a little bit on top of me. I was canvassing a lot earlier in this semester, but because I was spending so much time canvassing, a lot of the schoolwork piled on top of me, and I was not able to go as frequently. But the times when I did go out, it was exactly what I needed. It was that release. I was finally able to get away from my schoolwork, get into a different environment, and there is nothing like canvassing to really shut out all the other distractions of life. You get to be outside, you get to talk to people and witness to them about Jesus. Canvassing is one of the most revitalizing activities to engage in, especially here in the school environment.
Awesome. And I agree 100%. How has it helped you draw closer to Jesus?
In John chapter 4, it's the story of the Samaritan woman and Jesus at the well. And there's an interaction between the two. But I really like the interaction between Jesus, and the disciples after they return from the city. Because the disciples are confused. Why is he talking to this woman? And Jesus' response was, I have meat that you know not of. I have food that you do not know about. And the disciples start murmuring amongst themselves, what's this guy talking about? My food is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work. He was referring to that interaction he just had with the Samaritan woman. There's nothing that satisfied him more than giving something that somebody did not have previously before. And in this context, life. Through canvassing, we can experience the joy of giving life to the people, to the souls that are thirsting for that precious, everlasting water.
Amen. That was powerful. That was powerful. You have people who stop by the booth, they see the table, they're inclined to canvas, but they are afraid. They feel like they can't do it, they can't make it. What would you say to some of those people who are just in the valley of decision or just fearful? What would you say to those people?
Well, first I would have to ask the person, why exactly are you afraid? What's going on inside of your mind? Is it because you're struggling in your spiritual walk? Or maybe you're just afraid to go and talk to people? Why I personally really enjoy canvassing, another reason, is because every time I get out of the van, there's always that anxiety before that door opens. It's not something that goes away, I'm just be honest. But I personally enjoy the strength, which has to come from God, to make myself do that. And it's simply the devil that's trying to restrain us from doing something more powerful. But I mean, there's spiritual benefits, there's psychological benefits, and you just get to overall mold yourself into a better person. You get to build yourself up there's many skills that you learn through canvassing. It doesn't just have to be the spiritual context.
Now let's wrap it up. What's your favorite thing about canvassing?
My favorite thing about canvassing is when somebody opens the door and you present to them what you're trying to give to them, and they stop everything they're doing to intently listening to you. Those are the most meaningful reactions.
Powerful. Thank you, Ben.
My pleasure.